This is the Cold Steel Pendleton Light Hunter. This knife is a fixed blade 3.5 inch. It is 4116 Krupp stainless that Cold Steel uses in a lot of their blades. I really like this blade. I got it actually as a Christmas gift in one of those Santa exchange sort of things where you have mystery presents. You know, you have to draw a number on when you on what gift you pick, so you steal people's gifts and all that. I don't remember what it's called, Secret Santa or something like that. Anyways, I ended up winning my own prize because everybody else's sucked. I think I had the steal at the end. So I stole my knife back and said, you know what, I'm going to use that more than these guys anyways. It doesn't have any jimping or anything like that. What I do like about it is how plain it is. It's just a plain, straightforward drop point. It takes a good edge. I don't think it holds it particularly well, but not terrible either. And I think that's kind of a dumb way to grade a knife, in all honesty. I've never met a steel that I couldn't dull in pretty much 1 to 2 really good tasks. If you've ever processed a whole deer or anything that you might use in a survival role, or any task you might do in a survival role, whether it be carving wood, processing a deer, skinning something, your knife's going to be dull. You're going to have to sharpen it, and I sharpen my knives a lot. So the steel, I'm not too caught up on. What I am caught up on is the weight. This knife weighs 2.7 ounces, and let me verify that on my scale. It's listed from the factory at 2.7. My scale's got it at 2.6 ounces. Alright, so pretty freaking light, really freaking light. I also like this just plain plastic, like kitchen knife like handle, because honestly I had a SOG Field Pup that I'll probably show a review on, and I used it to process a deer. I don't like to get a bunch of different knives and screw around with all that. I'll just resharpen my knives and, you know, sharpen it as I go and process. And but by the time I was done with it, it had checkering in the grips, and I had fat stuck in the checkering, and to this day I can't get most of it out. I mean, I've scraped most of it out and tried to melt some of it out and stuff like that, and it just never looked right. And something like this, it's going to wash up really good. It's going to be sanitary and sterile. I can't say enough good things about this knife. This is actually a brand new one. I bought another one for my survival pack. That's where this really shines. I mean, a deer knife, a processing knife, you can use whatever you want. It's your luxury. But if you were to have to process something in a survival role, in a bug-out bag, or I don't really like bug-out bags, but let's call it a survival bag in which you're going to be using it for tasks like that, you're going to want it to be supremely light. And I think this knife can handle just about anything, except for I'm not sure that it would handle that the handle is strong enough to handle a really good thumping. I haven't done too much like wood cutting with it or anything like that, but just for processing, cutting boxes, you know, whittling at wood, something like that, some light thumping, I think it would do great at. It's a great survival knife. It's in my pack. And this is the new one I just bought for my pack. The one I use for hunting is in my hunting gear. And the price is just so right on this thing. I mean, I think this was like $16 shipped, either on eBay or Amazon. So I mean, buy a couple of these. They make great Christmas gifts, even if you end up stealing it for yourself. This is just a knife that can't be beat for a first hunting knife, or just for a practical survival knife. A good fixed blade to have around the house. This is awesome. Comes in that price point. It comes with the Cordura sheath. The sheath, you know, takes up pretty much most of the knife. It's secure, works well. Has a hole for a lanyard on the handle here. Just comes in this box here. Nothing fancy about it. And that's all there is to it. Highly recommend this knife. Pick it up if you need a good hunting knife or survival knife, especially for a survival pack. This thing is so light.